All right, today is February the 3rd. All right, today is February 3rd, 2025. I'm going to make this a quick video. Hope it ain't going to be too long, but it's going to be based on New York and attorney. And it's going to be based on a case, I believe. But before we do anything, I want to educate a lot of people about your education, So let me play the video so you could get an understanding. Again, every video I make is going to be by the county clerk. You can undo anything from the county clerk office, but you have to do it the right way. So let me get this started real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to play this video by Dave Straight. There we go. I'm going to play this video right here so you can see this.
But for no governmental reason, no authority reason, are they to even talk to your children. The only thing they're supposed to be there to do is teach them English and math, in my opinion. Not very well. They shouldn't even be there. Yeah. Well, they shouldn't even be there, okay? It's our responsibility, and they've been lax in it, and they're not doing a good job. So that brings up a great point. I'm going to talk for just a minute. In 1951, they paraded, if you could picture in your mind a school teacher, the perfect school teacher, a little old lady school teacher, if you could close your eyes and say, this is the sweetest lady who knows everything, who could teach my kids, that picture in your mind would be Jane Spalding. Jane Spalding. The United States government paraded her around to all 50 states between 1951 and 1953, educating the states and selling them on standardized education. So that a student going to school in Los Angeles, if their parents moved to New York in the middle of the school year, they could move over there and fit right in, right, same curriculum, same testing, same everything. But it was also on the auspice that the schools would get federal money, right? Before that, it was state-run schools. So the idea was that when all the states signed on to this, Jane Spalding would be the head of the Department of Education for the United States government. And as this perfect school teacher, she would make sure your children were getting the best education possible. And she truly was perfect. On April 11th, 1953, the 50th state signed on to the program, and Jane Spalding became the head of the Department of Education. 49 days later, the President of the United States at that time fired her and put Nelson Aldrich Rockefeller in as the head of the Department of Education. At his acceptance speech, which was a very famous speech, there were a room full of reporters, cameramen, and they asked him some questions. One was, Nelson, how much money did you make last year? He said $140 million, 1953. He was a grandson of one of the most prominent banking families in the world. He made $140 million. They said, how much did you pay in taxes? And he reached in his pocket and he grabbed out a penny, which at that time they were Indian head pennies, and he flicked it into the audience and he says, not one red cent. Now today he would have been hammered for that being a racist statement, right? Not one red cent. And that line became famous. And they said, Nelson, if you made $140 million last year, why would you take this position? It only paid at that time, I think it was $37,000 or something, a yearly salary, as the head of the Department of Education. $37,000 was a lot of money in that time. Okay, the average house was about $2,500. Okay, and he said, because I consider it the most important position in all of government. Hands went up, flashbulbs went off.
Now, I want everybody to hear that. You hear that? 1953. Before 1953, the so-called black community or the color folk community or the Negro community, right? We were successful. There was no bigotry. There was no protest. There was no march. There was no riot. There was no civil rights. Now, was there NAACP? Yes. Was there Klansmen? Yes. But they all failed to meet the achievement. They were they all failed to meet the achievement of divide and conquer. But pay attention to the video, and I'm gonna show you in a couple more videos when I keep making it. I'm gonna show you how 1953 the board education. But this is really why Trump wanted to dismantle the Department of Education. He gonna explain to you right here. As you see, he gonna explain to you why you are dumb. Why the American people are so dumb. Why everybody around the world is so smart. Why our education is horrible. Even if you know law. See right here, a lot of these people want to talk about law, but they don't know law. People want to talk about Constitution, but they don't know Constitution. That's why I say I'm going to play the video from now on for every video I put up. I'm going to have this at the first day why Donald Trump is doing the right thing. Racism came from public school. It ain't come from the community. It come from public school. Public school teach kids to hate this country. Public school teach the kids how to be gays and lesbians and all these crazy stuff. That school system is so evil. That's why this is why I love Donald Trump. He's gonna get rid of that Department of Education once and for all. You get rid of that, man. Bring it back to the state. You're gonna see success from the state side. You're gonna see success at home when your mom and your daddy educate you. Way better than these so-called union teacher, these criminal teachers. That's what I call them, criminals. You know, this is really why I approve of Donald Trump getting rid of the Department of Education. That's the reason why. Because after 1953, what came next, everybody? Brown versus Topeka. That was the worst thing ever happened to us and to them. After 1954, Topeka Brown versus Kansas, something like that. What came next? The civil rights movement, and also the so-called rock and roll. Remember this? All this stuff came behind the Department of Education. As you look at 1953, you're going to see all the destruction happen to this country. Again, after 1953, the creation of the Department of Education, you're going to see all the destruction happen. The criminal Topeka Board School versus Brown. 1954, the worst case in America. It's no different than 1984. Call it Negro or call them black or color people African American. That's the worst thing too. But you're gonna see the civil rights came along, right? 1955, 1956, something like that. All this came behind the Department of Board Education. They all worked together. All this was part of the plan. Then your rock and roll came along, right? You know the teen craze during the 50s, the mid 50s and the late 50s. That's when the teen craze came, right? The teenage music and all that stuff. That's when the riots started coming. I could trace everything, the Woodstock, the riot, the drugs, the heroin. I could trace everything back to 1953. I could trace everything back to the Department of Board Education. Even Trump know that this is the number one department that you want to take down in office. Trump, that's why I love Trump. Trump is taking down the first department in his return back to office is the Department of Education. That's the most important thing people need to understand. After that, take down the rest. Take down the rest. And I'm loving what he's doing with the USA, the Treasury Payment Department, aka get a ticket, get arrested, get convicted. your county clerk, your state secretary office, the prosecutor, the judge, they all have a window payment with the U.S. Treasury. The police department, all of them. They have a payment through that window thing. I'm glad Trump taking all that down. I love it. But I'm going to go ahead and play this video.
They said, you mean you consider it a greater position than the president and the vice president of the United States? And he looks at him and says, absolutely I do. Because if you give me 1 decade, 1 generation, and I'll change the minds and therefore the direction of the world. I'll change the mind.
You hear that? I want you to pay attention, man. This is the reason why Trump is getting rid of. Look at all these illegal immigrants. Hate this country. Now, who trained them to hate this country? Who trained the so-called American Indian known as today Black American or African American? The American Indian, or I like to say the Moors, you know what I'm saying? Or the American Moors, known as American Indian. Who trained them to say the white man evil? Who trained them? Because remember that before 1953, you didn't have this. You did not have this. Because why? We had our own school. We didn't teach hate. We didn't teach hate the white man. We didn't do none of that stuff. The white man didn't teach their children to hate the black man. No. The only people that taught that were dual citizens. They gave us the porn industry. Later on, they gave us the so-called their American dream. They gave us their so-called American dream abortion, all the other stuff, right? But that look at before 1953 and that look at after 1953. Because I want people to understand, the American Indian, today known as African American, whatever that crap is, known as Pan Africa, whatever that crap is. You know what I'm saying? Look, they try to do that with Marvin Garvey, right? Push that black power. No black people wasn't buying that. You know what I'm saying? No American Indian wasn't buying that crap. Go back to Africa during that so-called 19th century. That failed. So they had to come up with better strategy, right? They came up with the so-called 1 million Ku Klux Klan to get the so-called white America sooner or later. That stuff failed, and white realized, the so-called European realized they didn't want to be part of that. So they gave that up. So that failed, right? So they failed on everything. But the most successful thing they had was the Department of Education. Meaning, in other words, they reprogram your children in that so-called Marxism, socialism, communism, far left, progressivist, Bolshevist, Soviet Union style school system, science. I call it science. Dual citizens school system. That's where we having our problem in this country today. They train a free person to become a slave person in that public school. Now I'm gonna wind it back a little bit, and I ain't gonna talk. I'm gonna wind it back a little bit so you can pay attention.
And Jane Spalding became the head of the Department of Education. 49 days later, the President of the United States at that time fired her and put Nelson Aldrich Rockefeller in as the head of the Department of Education. At his acceptance speech, which was a very famous speech, there were a room full of reporters, cameramen, and they asked him some questions. One was, Nelson, how much money did you make last year? He said $140 million, 1953. He was a grandson of one of the most prominent banking families in the world. He made $140 million. They said, how much did you pay in taxes? And he reached in his pocket and he grabbed out a penny, which at that time they were Indian head pennies, and he flicked it into the audience and he says, not 1 red cent. Now today he would have been hammered for that being a racist statement, right? Not 1 red cent. And that line became famous. And they said, Nelson, if you made $140 million last year, why would you take this position? It only paid at that time, I think it was $37,000 or something, a yearly salary, as the head of the Department of Education. $37,000 was a lot of money in that time. Okay, the average house was about $2,500. Okay. And he said, because I consider it the most important position in all of government. Hands went up, flashbulbs went off. They said, you mean you consider it a greater position than the president and the vice president of the United States?
That's right.
And he looks at him and says, absolutely I do. Because if you give me one decade, one generation, and I'll change the minds and therefore the direction of the world. I'll change the minds and therefore the direction of the world.
Sure.
And he did. 8 years later, not even a decade, 8 years later, every textbook in our schools were changed to lies. Now that wasn't the first revision. Go back to 1908 when the Jekyll Island and the Federal Reserve started to come into play and things started changing back then. They changed at that time as well. Our textbooks changed on state level, state by state, they all changed. I had an argument with a 20-year professor of history that went on about 3 months. I mean, we were going back and forth on the phone, on emails, on text messages. He had watched one of my videos. Now, it wasn't just about him. It was more about Abe Lincoln. But he had watched one of my videos where I just hammered old Abe. And he called me up and he said, David, I think you're not telling the truth here. I think you're telling lies. And I said, oh, really? Explain that to me. And I challenged him. And there's not many people that can out-debate me. Okay? And he started talking about things. And I said, well, where did you get your information? He says, well, out of the textbooks. I've been teaching for 25 years. Well, I said, great. Do you have any textbooks that are, say, prior to the turn of the century, 1900 and before? And he said, no. I said, go see if you can find any. A couple weeks went by, sent him a little text. Hey, did you find any of those textbooks yet? No, I can't find any anywhere. I said, keep looking. A couple weeks go by. Hey, have you found any of those textbooks yet? Nope. This went on for 3 months. Finally, he says, I had to go back, and I forgot where it was, Connecticut or somewhere back in the Northeast, to a family reunion. And I was walking down the street, and there was a garage sale, and there was a box of books there, and it was a whole bunch of really old books. And I found 2 history textbooks, one from before 1900 and one from like 1902, 1903, somewhere in there. And I said, well, what did you learn? He says, I learned that everything I've been teaching for 25 years is a lie.
Now, I want to make sure everybody with their high school diploma, your high school diploma, whether you Victoria or co-Victoria, with your college degree, with your master's degree, your PhD degree, your doctorate degree, everything you've been taught is garbage. You know, the number one people that are unemployed is people with college degree. If you think I'm lying, prove me wrong. If you got a college degree, a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, or a social degree, I guarantee you're unemployed or you found another job that do not based on that so-called degree you earned. So don't ever question me about your so-called wonderful college year or your wonderful graduate from high school. Even though I graduated from high school, even though I got that workless high school diploma, it really didn't teach me nothing. All day they want to teach me to be racist, be hateful to the white man, you know what I'm saying, be racist and all that stuff. They want me to be black power, all that crazy stuff. You know, I already knew there was garbage in that school. I already knew. Everson High School I went to New Orleans, East. Everybody know where Everson High School is, but it's gone now because Katrina and Rita hurricane. But I mean, you know, to me it's garbage, man. You know, the only degree that work is trade school degree. Trust me, trade school college degree is the only thing that got more value. Like plumbing, mechanic, electricity, carpenter. Those type of degrees will always give you a job, no matter how old you are. But a PhD degree, a doctorate degree, a socialism degree, whatever degree you get at that university is garbage. Your high school diploma is garbage. The only thing you should be learning in high school is mapping, reading, and American history. That's it. And social skills, meaning like learn how to cook, do woodwork, stuff like that, electricity, stuff like that. That's the only thing you should be learning in school. But like they straight say, they had to take over from the state because the state was doing a damn good job. The state, actually, the state were using an all white school and all black school. The state was teaching every children within their border excellent. Grade was up, technical skill was up, history was up. There was no racism. There was no bitterness. Bitterness, hatefulness, angerness came in 1953. Department of Education. That's when the problem came. Then the bullshit came called Brown versus Topeka School Board, right? 1954. That's 1 year later. That bullshit by Thurman Marshall and that worthless land case. They came Rosa Parks, the city and all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because all the people were trained and educated by the Department of Education. No different than the USA. No different than the USA. You know what I'm saying? It's a front, it's a terrorism group. That's what the Department of Education is to me. It's a front, and to me, I think it's a front for the CIA. It's a front for the Catholic system. It's a front for the dual citizen like Rockefeller, Rothschild, the Warburg, all these so-called oligarchs, JB, Chase Bank, whatever, Morgan, something like that. It was a front for the criminals to re-educate and to reprogram and to take the education away from the parents and take the education away from the state and indoctrinate them. And look what we got today. Girls got green hair, purple hair, all tattooed over their body, talking back, sassing. You know what I'm saying? Boys ain't learning nothing. No, you know what I'm saying? No skill life. If you look at Chinese children right now, they learning cooking, sewing, they learning everything. If you look at almost all the elementary school, junior high school, and high school, almost everybody children around the world is learning. Russian children learning. What are we learning? Boy could be girl, and girl could be boy. You know what I'm saying? DEI. What is that? I have no idea what the DEI is. That's what we learning. You know what I'm saying? We learn to eat fast food with Chinese children, Russian children are learning how to cook good meal. You know what I'm saying? Look, they're teaching their girl to be girl and they're teaching their men to be men. Now over here in the so-called good old socialism, Marxism, well I say like this, Department of Education is known as democracy. Department of Education is known as democracy. If you want to know how democracy look like, let me give you a clear picture of what democracy look like to me. I'm going to show you what democracy look like so everybody get an idea what democracy is. Democracy look like this. I'm going to put it right here. Come on, man. I don't want my computer frozen up. There we go. Do not want no frozen up computer. Or, if you want to know what it look like, here we go. So, let's see what democracy is. People always say, we must protect our democracy. So when you hear that cold word democracy, it's demon. Look at that, y'all. Oh, Bethlehem. That's what Department of Education is. That's what the USA is. That's what all these so-called unelected agencies is. IRS. This is what the FBI agency is part of. Right here. Look at that. Demonic. Evil, evil creature. That's what the whole system is. It's a demon. It's a wicked demon. That's what that Department of Education is. It's wicked and it's evil. You can't tell me it ain't evil. The teaching union, the word union is evil. It's democracy. We must protect our democracy. Donald Trump is trying to destroy our democracy. Never mention the word Republican. Never mention the word Republican. Always want to mention the word democracy. So I want everybody always hear that word. When you hear that word democracy, always remember this. It's Marla Bell. It don't matter. It's a demon system. It's a demon system. I'm gonna go ahead and play again. No, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah. He was devastated. This man, I mean, he needed counseling by the time he was done. Just devastated.
All y'all need counseling.
I mean, he was ready to retire after just finding those 2 textbooks. And anyway, the only way to learn true history is to get it from the horse's mouth. Read letters and journals of people who lived during the time, and what did they think? What did they write to their grandmother and their neighbor, and had the conversations they carried on about old Abe Lincoln?
All right. Now, I'm gonna cut it off right there. Now y'all understand why the Supreme Court overturned Chevron doctrine, the SEC jerky, I believe, the case. Why they turned that over June 27th, June 28th when I showed that video. Now you understand? They're going back to tradition, a Republican system, not democracy system. Remember that after 1871, our country became democracy, a corporation. It became a Baphomet. It became Mola. 1913, it became hell on earth for everybody, not just the United States and the people, but it became hell. You know what I'm saying? It became hell, a living nightmare. But Donald Trump, to me, is a black man, I think, and he came back to fix that crap. That's why Donald Trump said in his campaign, if you watch Donald Trump campaign, what the first thing he always said that he wanted to what? Get rid of the Department of Education. And that's the reason why y'all hear this video today. That's the main reason. The Department of Education got them people out there protesting. You see them illegal immigrants and the people that marching with them, the people that try to help them, they're all part of the system. They've been educated. Native, you know what I'm saying? The so-called Mongolia, known as Native American, think this land belongs to them. They've been miseducated by that whole system. People believe the Native Americans, the rich people of the land. They've been miseducated. It's like the police pull you over. You've been miseducated. In other words, you got the Department of Education in 1953. It was designed to what? Slave you. It was designed to make you obedient. It was designed to correct good behavior into bad behavior, to control your behavior. That's all it did. So, in other words, if you got a high school diploma right now, it's garbage. Like mine. My high school diploma is garbage from 1989. If you got a college degree right now, it's garbage. Your social degree is garbage. Your master's degree is garbage. Any college where I believe to a black college, it's all garbage. The only, the only degree is valuable is trade, like electricity, plumbing, barber, stuff like that. You always gonna have a job with them. You always gonna have a job. Now, I'm gonna see if we can go right here real quick. See if I can find something. Man, I don't know why they keep doing that, man. All right, but look, now we're gonna go right here. Now we're gonna go right here. This is what I want to do right here, real quick. Now we're gonna talk about the county clerk. You know my video. I'm gonna stick to the county clerk. Now we're gonna talk about right here. Let's see something. We're gonna talk about this right here. The famous case. Let's see if we can hit.
Bivens versus 6 unknown named agents of Federal Bureau of Narcotics. Media. Oral argument, January 12th, 1971.
All right, now I'm gonna stop this real quick. Now, Vivian versus 6 unknown agency. Now, I'm very aware that a lot of people get pulled over about federal agent, right? Now, I want illegal immigrant to understand this. Bibby is a U.S. citizen. He's not illegal. He's not illegal. He's a U.S. citizen. What the six unknown the six unknown federal agents did, they met with a U.S. citizen, a legal resident, born here. His parent was born here, and his other parent was born here in America. So, no, he's a U.S. citizen, and he got standing against the six unknown agent. See right here, I'm gonna educate a lot of people. I know you got a high school diploma. I know you probably been valedictorian, top of your class. You probably got a college degree. I don't have one. You probably got a master's degree, doctorate degree, and all that stuff, PhD. You know you way intelligent than me, but you still dumb. Still dumb. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. Six unknown agent. Now, to me, I can easily find out who these six unknown agent, federal agent is. See these six agents that hide their name? It's like police officer. I can easily find out who these guys is through the clerk office. Not all just the clerk office, but it's another office I can find out who they is. Now, Bibby had a problem, so he took his case to the federal court. He did have standing, but the state said he didn't, but the federal court said he did. Because he violated what? The right. I'm going to see right here. We're going to finish reading this.
Opinions. Syllabus. View case. Petitioner. Webster Bivens. Respondent. Six unknown named agents of Federal Bureau of Narcotics. Location. Bivens residence.
Docket no.
301.
Decided by
Burger Court. Lower Court. United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. Citation 403 U.S. 388, 1971. Argued January 12, 1971. Decided
juni 21, 1971. Granted. Juni 22, 1970.
Advocates. Stephen A. Grant for the petitioner. Jerome Fight for the respondents. Facts of the case. In 1965, 6 agents of the Federal Bureau of Narcotics forced their way into Webster Bivens' home without a warrant and searched the premises. The agents handcuffed Bivens in front of his wife and children and arrested him on narcotics charges. Later, the agents interrogated Bivens and subjected him to a visual strip search. Bivens sued the agents for $15,000 in damages each for humiliation and mental suffering. The district court dismissed the complaint for failure to state a cause of action. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit affirmed. Question.
Now, I'm going to stop there real quick. But the Supreme Court did pick this case up and did grant Clerk, something like that, Now, Weston Bibby. All right, hold up. Let me get this out of the way real quick. Weston Bibby, right? This in Brooklyn, y'all. This in King County, New York. King County, New York. I'm going to explain to everybody. I'm going to show somebody this real quick. This is King County, New York. Let's see what we got here, King County. Let me see if I can find King County. This is all New York right here, y'all. I'm going to show you something. Now, we're going to find King County, New York. Here we go, right here. This is King County, New York. Now, this happened in 1965. Now, before them 6 unknown federal agents could step in that county and go into Brooklyn, they would have to stop right here first. They would have to issue a warranty. They just can't go in there. I'm going to explain to everybody again. I played that video of the miseducation. That a lot of y'all have this belief and this miseducation that a federal agent could go to any county. The problem is Y'all fail to understand that they must stop at the sheriff office and they must stop at the clerk office before they can kick out the door. This old law, this old tradition law, they had to go to King County because this happened in Brooklyn, where the guy was 1965. And right here, they had to let the clerk know. They had to let the police department know. Trust me, you get the name from the police department. But right here is where it happened. Right here, it happened in King County, New York. And right here, if y'all want to know who the unknown people is in this case, it go right here. Now, when he won his case, the case is filed right here. That's the Supreme Court winning case. It's filed right here at the clerk office in King County. Y'all don't realize this. Check this out. When you get arrested in Brooklyn, New York, I don't care where you at, Coney Island, Marcy Project, or Broadway, New York. I mean Broadway in Brooklyn. When you get arrested any part of King County in Brooklyn, New York, remember this: if you get a felony or get conviction or buy a house and everything, nothing cannot escape this clerk office. When you get arrested and be convicted or found not guilty, they cannot escape this county clerk office. If you sell your house, or transfer or your car get repo, they cannot escape the King County clerk office. They cannot escape this. Everything has to stop right here. When the New York police write you a ticket and issue a judgment, when a parking meter issue a parking ticket violation and say you must pay, all that has to be filed right here. Because they in King County. And anybody that live in New York City know that they have a clerk office. Just like Bronx got a clerk office, Richmond County got a clerk office, New York County got a clerk office, Queen County got a clerk office. But right here, anything happen, whether car sale, foreclosure, repossession, everything had to go right here. That's right, including federal. When the ATF or FBI or drug enforcement, even ICE, remember this: if you are a U.S. citizen, you have rights. If you're not a U.S. citizen, you don't have a right. Now I'm gonna show you the difference between this guy that I'm talking about. He's a U.S. citizen. He have a standing. The people that claim it that they have right, waving other people, you know what I'm saying, waving another country flag on in the United States, does not have a right. They do not have a constitutional right. And what happened? They let me immigrant attorney. They let me so-called non-profit group like the Catholic Association, which are criminal. You know what I'm saying? It's like this: all Catholic church ain't nothing but a human trafficking, a human trafficking, drug trafficking, child predator front group. Always talk about they for the poor. No, you ain't for the poor. You a criminal organization. Every Catholic church I see, I know it's a criminal, a criminal inside that building. The father, all them people inside that church are crook. You know, straight up crook. But this right here on 1965, and I bet I can find everything about that case right here, and it better be there too. Even if they got rejected in the second court appeal, it still has to be filed right here in King County Clerk. Why? The jurisdiction's right here where he lives. He live in Brooklyn. Guess what? The action goes right here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish playing the video for y'all.
1. Does violation of an individual's Fourth Amendment protection against unreasonable search and seizure give rise to a federal claim for damages? 2. Does governmental privilege extend to federal agents who clearly violate constitutional rights and act outside their authority? Conclusion. Sort. By seniority. By ideology. Yes, no answer. Justice William J. Brennan Jr., writing for a 6-3 majority, reversed the Second Circuit and remanded. The Supreme Court held that Bivens does have a cause.
Now, you see that? I mean, guess what? He did have a standing. What the standing is? It was located in King County. Second, he's a U.S. citizen, so he could bring a case to the Supreme Court. See right here? I'm going to educate the immigrant attorney. I'm going to educate a lot of these clowns. I'm going to educate a lot of these so-called sovereign citizen people. I'm going to educate y'all real good. To have standing in a county court, in a state court, in a federal court, you have to be a U.S. citizen. You know what I'm saying? What happened if an illegal immigrant decides to show up at court? Who's going to be there at the court, y'all? The ICE agent going to be right there handcuffing. That attorney you got is not going to protect you. That police officer is not going to get in that ICE agent way. If you go to a federal court, I can tell what's going to happen to an illegal immigrant. And a lot of these attorneys know this. The immigrant attorney, they know that the U.S. Marshal is going to enforce federal law. They're going to arrest that illegal immigrant and handcuff that immigrant and call ICE agent. See, this guy got standing because he's a U.S. citizen. He can bring an action to the court. You see, this is the reason why I want to educate a lot of people. If you're a U.S. citizen, start bringing case to the court. If you're not a U.S. citizen, don't show up in that courtroom. Don't hire an attorney. Because if you go to that courtroom where it's a small claim court, to a state court, to a federal court, you don't think the ICE agent going to be there? And I'm going to tell you like this. If you go to a federal court as an illegal immigrant, if you go to a federal court, I can tell you right now, the U.S. Marshal will hold you. It will hold you. And your attorney can't do nothing about it. The police department can't do nothing about it. The state police can't do nothing about it. And the sheriff can't do nothing about it. Once that U.S. Marshal hold you on federal ground at the courthouse and federal court, ICE agent already going to pick you up and ship you out. So I want to make sure that you understand. So do not go to no court if you're an illegal immigrant. Do not go to no court. Because once they see your name, they already know you're illegal. So don't go to no court. Don't say I ain't warned you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and finish playing this.
Cause of action for damages arising from the federal agent's Fourth Amendment violations. Bivens must provide proof of his injuries in order to recover. The court did not reach the privilege question because the Court of Appeals did not consider the question. Justice John M. Harlan concurred in the judgment, writing that federal courts have the power to award damages for constitutional violations. Chief Justice Warren E. Burger dissented, arguing that the doctrine of separation of powers is better served by leaving the question to Congress. He also argued that the doctrine of suppressing evidence obtained in illegal searches is insufficient to deter law enforcement. Justice Hugo L. Black also dissented, arguing that Congress could create the cause of action Bivens stated, but has not, so the majority's decision is an unconstitutional extension of judicial power. Justice Harry A. Blackmun dissented, supporting the idea that the question in this case is better left to Congress.
Now, I want to make sure everybody see this. Now, everybody saw the case? Now, 6 unknown agents of Federal Bureau of Narcotics. Now, who is the victim, y'all, on the federal side? The U.S. Capitol is the victim. In other words, the House and the Senate in Washington, D.C. In other words, in Southern New York District Court, where this would have been going to, right? It would be the United States versus this guy right here, Webster Vivid, right here, right? But if you look at my video, it would be the U.S. Capitol versus Webster Vivid. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at my video, you'll see it be the Capitol versus him. And I'm gonna show you something right here. Let's look at it right here. This is Queen County, right? We got Queenbridge, we got Farmer, we got Farmer but you know, but put it like this. Any Queen Jamaica, we got all little town located in Queen County, right? In New York, right? Right here. If a burglary happened, a carjacking happened, or a assault, or somebody buy a house, sell a house, or build a new high rise, everything got to go through the county clerk office. If a federal agent want to make an arrest in that in Queen County, they have to go right here. You know what I'm saying? For the, you know what I'm saying, for a state capital, Albany, or for the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C., they have a standing, they will have to go right here to Queen County Clerk Office. But people must understand, for the United States government to have a standing, they have to go through the clerk office. For a plaintiff or defendant want to sue the government, they will have to have a standing. What that standing is, both parties have to be U.S. citizens. Both parties will have to be naturalized. Both parties will have to have a physical address. And both parties will have to make a claim right here. They will have to show claim right here. Right here is where you're standing at. See, a lot of your attorneys ain't gonna tell you that. Remember I tell you about the Department of Education? Like I said, a lot of the guys that go to this so-called law school are the dumbest. But one thing I will give them this, they know that they cannot be an attorney without their clerk office. And I'm gonna break it down with another video to show what's the difference between a law school and a so-called police academy school. I'm gonna show you both of them. You know how both is done. Now look at this right here. So anything in Queen County in New York cannot bypass this. Say like you know, they're gonna build a new road inside Queen County. Well, the construction, the bond, the blueprint, you know what I'm saying? You know, the blueprint, or build a new high rise, or build a new apartment, all this gotta go right here in Queen County. If a police knock on your door at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning with a warranty, or they have to be filed right here in Queen County. You know what I'm saying? If you got, you know what I'm saying? If you've been convicted and been sentenced to a state prison, and I believe New York got 62 state prisons. I believe New York got 62 state prisons, and I believe New York got like what 70 county, I think, 70 county. But you know, but right here, Queen County, everything in Queen County, she have jurisdiction. The whole clerk office have jurisdiction on everything: traffic stop, arrest, building, new building put up, building being torn down like demolition, new bridge being put up, new interstate. She had jurisdiction over all that. Bail bondsman, she got jurisdiction over that, all that. School, college, university, she had jurisdiction over all that. It's like King County. King County clerk got jurisdiction over the Coney Island, right? The famous Coney Island beach, Brooklyn, New York. She got jurisdiction over all that. Right here, she got jurisdiction over all that. Queenbridge, she had jurisdiction over that. That go to another New York. Now, what New York this is right here I'm looking at? All right, this is upper and lower Manhattan, New York, right? This is New York County, where Donald Trump got 34 convictions, y'all. Allegedly 34 convictions. Anything in lower Manhattan, New York, to upper Manhattan, New York. Nothing can escape this county, New York County right here. Nothing. Records is right here where you get arrested, shoplifting, burglary, wherever. Everything has to be filed right here. Any federal agent come in that county and arrest you on gun charge, whatever. A police officer arrest you, book you. Nothing cannot escape this county clerk office. Nothing cannot escape the county clerk office. Now, the judge in this case convicted him, right? The question is, did the judge sign the conviction? I don't think the judge signed the conviction. And remember this, y'all. When the judge found Donald Trump guilty of 34 charge, guess what he got to do? He got to sign it and signature it and certify it as a judgment, as a judge. But guess who got to come behind that judge, y'all? Guess who got to come behind that judge and do the same thing? This right here, the Honorable Milton Tinley. He got to sign it, signature it, and certify it into the record. I guarantee y'all, they didn't do that. So allegedly, Donald Trump got 34 conviction. Allegedly, unless somebody in New York, in Lower Manhattan or Upper Manhattan, wherever that building at, go right here and ask for it. You won't see it in the record. Why? The judge did not sign it, and the clerk did not sign it. So nowhere we got what we call a picture screenshot, but no real evidence been filed. So really, Donald Trump don't have no 34 conviction. I mean, it's just a suspense. Right now, he's just been suspended. That's all. That's all it is. I'm gonna keep educating. Here we go. That go right here. Bronx, New York, right? I look at Bronx, New York. Bronx, New York. Now, anything like Soundfield, Bronx, any parts of Bronx, New York, right? In the project where you got pulled over, or you selling a house, or you selling a building, or you open up a grocery store, nothing cannot escape the county clerk office right here. See, this is where the clerk office right here. The election, all that stuff. Anything, arrest, stabbing, shooting, uh, a simple robbery, or you selling, buying a house there, or you selling an apartment, you selling a luxury apartment, or you selling a car, nothing cannot escape this county clerk office. If a federal agent coming there and it's your federal warranty arrest, bail bond hunting you down because you jump bail bond, something like that, nothing cannot escape. Nothing cannot escape the Bronx County Clerk office inside the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Nothing can escape. Not the police officer wearing ski mask. Nothing cannot escape that. Even the prosecutor cannot escape that. In all them counties I show y'all, nothing can escape that. Let me see something. I want everybody to see that, right? Look at that, look, file fee, recording, all that stuff. Let me see something. What department is? See all that, look, record request, like record request for a felony, felony. Yeah, well, look, you can move your records right here, right? You know what I'm saying? Look, you can move your felony record from right here by requesting it. You know what I'm saying? You can move your felony record right here. All the other stuff go with that. And you do go right back to the content that where the action at. Let's see something right here. Let's see what this is. All right. Oh, here we go. Police department, right? Look. See the police department? There are what? 42,000 police, right? Right here, look. There are 40,000 police officers located in New York City, right? But guess what? You cannot have a New York police department without the what? The 5 county, the 5 borough, aka the 5 county. I forgot a county. Let me see if I can find a county real quick. Oh, here you go, county right here. See the county right here? Now this is Staten Island, right? This is Staten Island right here. Staten Island clerk office, right? No, where anything on Staten Island where you get in a fight, or you open a business, or you got a bail bond hunting you, or you put out a bail bond, or you offer a bail bond, something like that. Or you about to tear a house down, or build a new house, or build $1 million house, or you got a poor neighborhood, or you about to build a high rise. Nothing can escape this right here. When you get arrested for DUI, or you assault somebody, or domestic dispute, if you get arrested, guess what? The arrest gonna be right here at the clerk office, right here. It's gonna be right here. I want everybody to understand that. If you've been convicted and sent to the state prison, and the crime happened right here in this county called Richmond, which is Staten Island located at. See what Staten Island City, the oldest city government institution? Guess what? You go right here to Richmond County Clerk office to get somebody out of state prison. If he got arrested, convicted in Richmond County by a Richmond County judge, guess what? Everything has to be undue right here at the clerk office for Staten Island people. Right here. Car dealer, right here. Store, right here. School, any school in that county, go right through here. Any deeds of trust, right here. Right here. Cannot escape it. Right here. If a New York City police operate in here, arrest you. They cannot bypass this. The prosecutor for Richmond County Clerk cannot bypass this. They cannot bypass that. So this is what I want to show y'all something. Cause somebody told me, man, New York real tough, man. New York real tough. Man, New York ain't tough, man. It's like this, man. So I can live in either one of these 5-borough counties, man. I won't even break out sweat. I won't even have a heartbeat like some people do. Yeah, like, man, I'm like this, man. Sure. I'm looking at a good payday. Man, I'm gonna take them apart. I'm gonna take them apart, man. Easily. See this right here? Oh, 40,000 police officers, right? Well, guess what? You can't have none of them without them what? 5 counties. Even though y'all got one mayor, I don't know why New York City got one mayor. You know what I'm saying? It's like the King County ought to have their own mayor. Queen County should have their own mayor. Brown County should have their own mayor. Richmond County should have their own mayor. Now, King County, they got a mayor. It called New York City mayor. Eric Adams. And by the way, this is how I look at New York City run. New York run like a demon, y'all. I'm gonna say it right here. Look, New York City run like a demon. Cause you have one mayor, everybody bunching one thing. You know what I'm saying? Where your share at in King County? Where's your share at for the Queen County? Where's your share at for the Richmond County? Where is your share at for the Brown County? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got rid of all that, man. That ain't supposed to be gone. That supposed to be there. One time y'all did have that. Again, y'all chose the demon system. That's how I see the New York City system. Like the Department of Education, it's a demon molar system. That's what it is. It's a demon evil system. But don't worry, I'm a sweet angel. I can destroy that system. Because when I step foot, hell gonna be cold as ice. Hell gonna be cold as ice. You hear me? Now you understand how New York works. Now I'm just gonna make this short video for New York. For somebody. Again, you can undo anything from the clerk office. Again, you don't need to go to. I'm gonna show you something. Again, here you go. GSA fund, right? Here you go. GSA fund. I'll show you something again. Let's see how I find it. GSA fund. Right? Hold up, y'all. I'm just trying to do all this stuff real quick, Yeah, I'm just trying to do it. Mm, mm, mm. Let's see. All right. Yeah, this could be a little bit much better if I can see. Yeah, this could be a little bit much better. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I think I found it. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. I'm just trying to get a lot of stuff done. I don't want to be on here too forever. I'm gonna see something. Hold on. I'm gonna see something. I believe I can find it. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, here we go. I know I had to find somewhere. I know I'm gonna find somewhere. Hold on. I'm gonna show you something again. I'm gonna show you something again. Oh, here we go. Yeah, right here. I think here we go. Here we go. Right here again. See right here? And I'm gonna show you something. See right here? Again. You got King County, Queen County, Richmond County, New York County, and Bronx County, right? Again, this is where the GSA bond would go right here, y'all. The GSA bond go right in the county if you want to get somebody out or stop a foreclosure, something like that, you know. But man, I'm like this. If you got a foreclosure or your car be repossessed, you know, you might have to go to the federal court. You know what I'm saying? You know, you might have to go to the federal court. But if you want to make a payment on your car or pay it out, everything, you want to file it in the county. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna explain something to y'all. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. Again, see this right here? See this right here? This supposed to go to the county, not to the you see wait, I'm gonna show you something right here. I'm gonna show y'all something again. See this right here? This ain't supposed to go to depository trust. No, it ain't supposed to go right there. You know what I'm saying? If that's federal, they supposed to go to Washington D.C. U.S. Capitol, Washington. You know what I'm saying? Because the victim or the surety is the U.S. Capitol. You know what I'm saying? The surety is the U.S. Capitol. It's like the state capitol would be Albany, New York. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm gonna show you something again. I'll show y'all something. I'm gonna make this video somewhat quick, but I just want to make sure you kind of get an idea when I'm showing you something. See something? What the hell I'm looking for? Oh, here we go. Right here again. Oh no. Here we go. Right here. Here we go. I'm gonna show you something. See right here? See this right here, everybody? Look, I'm gonna show you something. See this right here? Again, see how I did this? Again. Remember that he's a Jamaican, and guess what? He got no deport order. He's still here in Florida. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call him up. I'm gonna try to call him up this weekend or something. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. Look what I put right there. Second jurisdiction court. Could happen in the second floor. Here you go, right here. State Capitol, right? I put that right there. See, I ain't put depository trust. I ain't put 55 Wall Street right here. See, I put this right here. And that clerk saw that, man. That clerk, boy, I tell you, boy, that clerk didn't know a hitter. Boy, that clerk, man, I tell y'all, man, we're going to finish this off. Oh, yeah, Charlie, we're going to finish this off. Like I said, he's still here. ICE out there chasing everybody, y'all. Remember that he came here legally on a visa as a permanent resident. Matter of fact, he came here as a permanent resident. You know what I'm saying? He came here as a permanent resident. He didn't come here illegally. He came here as a permanent resident. When he got convicted, you know what I'm saying? The federal judge could have easily put out removal for him. But I stopped all that, you know what I'm saying? And now we just got to finish it off and everything. And like I said, he's still here. Look at that. See right here? Look what I did. You look at the other video, it's right here. You know what I'm saying? Everything supposed to go to Leon County. It ain't supposed to go nowhere else. I'm going to show you again. I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to go right here real quick. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm just having here you go right here. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to show you something. See, this what a lot of people problem at when it comes to car, repo, foreclosure, and all that stuff. People want to send all that crazy stuff somewhere else. Man, you should be sending it to the county. I'm going to show you why you should send it to the county. I'm just going to make a quick video, you know what I'm saying? But I want everybody to pay attention to what I'm doing. Here we go, section 5. Section 5. Here you go, right here. Here you go. Section 5, right here. Section 5, right here. This is what I want, right here. This is what I want, right here. Y'all remember this? Everybody will tell you to do this. You know what I'm saying? Since all these players do all these so-called, see, look at all the crazy things, man. Do all the crazy things. Look at that. Do all the crazy things. Not that. Not me. I ain't do none of that. Look. Do all the crazy things right there. Look at after calling on stuff. Yeah, they call that crazy thing. All this mental retarded crazy. Do all that stuff. Look at that. Look at right here. Look. Look at all the crazy things everybody had to do. Look at all that. Your router reserve. Nothing. You ain't got to do none of that stuff, man. You ain't got to do none of that crazy stuff. I want to show you something. Y'all remember all this? Y'all remember all this? Still crazy. Here we go. Here go my favorite part. This is where everybody was sending all that deposit. You know what I'm saying? This is where everybody was sending their GSA bond. The surety bond, all that crazy stuff right here. Look at it. Everybody was sending right here. Look. To the Secretary of Treasury. crazy. Sent it to the Baltimore, Maryland, crazy. They were sent to the Federal Reserve. Look at it. They were sending right here to Department of Transportation, get a DOT. They were sending right here to the Exchange Commission. So you've been traded. You worth billions of dollars, all that crap, crazy stuff. Look at that. Crazy mess, man. Look, right here. Remember this, y'all? Oh, y'all were crazy when y'all doing that. I was just too smart to understand this. No. Look at it. United States Security Exchange Commission. Look at it. Everybody sitting all right here. All that crazy mess. Look at that crazy mess. The IRS Commission. Look at the crazy mess. Department of Commerce. Ain't that something? Cause your break tip right there trading and all that stuff. It been so overseas and all that stuff. You ain't worry about that, y'all. Donald Trump killed all that crap. Look at the Treasury Inspector General, all that stuff. Look at that. Deputy Commission International. Look at that, y'all. Look at that crazy mess. Look at all that crazy mess, man. Look at that mental crazy mess. Look at that crazy mess y'all was doing. Look at that Puerto Rico. Look at that. That's Puerto Rico, because that's where all the government really at. Look at that crazy mess. Everybody bypass the county. That's so sad. Everybody bypassing the county, man. That's that mental retarded crazy. You know what I'm saying? You want to know what that is? Here go right here. It's going to be Section 5. I'll tell you what it is. You want to know what that is? Section 5, right here. You ever start Google it. Now, I'm going to show y'all something again. Now, you know, we're going to look at, let me see. Network. I'll go network real quick. I want to show y'all something. PC. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Right here. I'm going to show y'all something. Video. Oh, now right here. Maybe right here. Oh, here we go. Right here. Here we go. Now I'm gonna see right here. Let's go right here. Let me see something. Here we go. I'm gonna play this real quick. I'm gonna play this right here. I'm gonna show you how this works. Now I'm gonna show you why you want to go to the county, and I'm gonna show you why you want to send it to the county where the action happened at. Before you try to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something. I want y'all to pay attention to the video, cause this is how you operate right now. This is how everything operates. No matter what it is, with criminal, lien, federal government, city government, property, car sale, whatever. This is how everything operates. Everything has to operate where you live at. Nothing can bypass the county clerk office. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna play this video right here. I'm gonna show you something.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to conduct a 20-minute webinar on what does bonding off my lien mean and how do I get paid. The webinar is going to be conducted.
Also, look, you can remove your felony record from there. You can remove the bad judgment there. You can remove anything if it's fraudulent filing. But I want her to explain to you how this whole thing works. This is why they don't want you to know about the clerk office. See right here, you must first give notice to the prosecutor about the conviction, saying that you filed something wrong. Second, there's no fingerprint mugshot, all that stuff. You let the police officer use the procedure, all that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't have time to make a long video because this is gonna be 18.
By Alex Barthett. And without further ado, I will introduce Alex Barthett.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alex Barthett. I am a board-certified construction lawyer here in South Florida. And today we're going to talk about something that we run into occasionally. Many clients don't understand what it means. So we're going to demystify what bonding off my lien means. And I'll tell you why you should be excited if someone ever tells you that. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we're going to talk about what a lien is and how it works, because you'll need to understand that to understand why bonding a lien off works and the intent of the statute behind bonding off your lien. We'll describe what it actually means and how it's done. Once I describe it to you, we'll talk about what it actually means for you and how you get paid. And then if you have any questions, we'll go ahead and answer those. Keep the following in mind. If you have any questions, please wait to the end. Write them down during the presentation. At the end of the webinar, go to the chat box and go ahead and submit your question, and we'll answer them all at the end. Please don't include any names of any parties or companies or projects in your questions. We want to keep everything hypothetical for the purpose of the webinar. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's start with what is a lien and how does it work? As many of you may know, a mechanics lien in Florida secures payment for materials that are furnished to the job and services that are rendered to the project, including, by the way, rental equipment, as long as the proper notices are filed, and we're going to talk about what those notices are in a minute. A lien encumbers, meaning it locks up a portion of the real property or a lease equal to the value of the improvements on the property that remain unpaid. And then once the lien is properly recorded through a legal process called foreclosure, the property can be sold to satisfy the lien, subject to any equity in the property. So that means that if you have a lien on a piece of property for, let's just say, $100,000, you will encumber, effectively hold $100,000 worth of that property. Now, the problem is, and this is why bonding off is important, is that that lien may prevent people from doing things on the property like refinancing or selling. Now, before we get into what bonding off really means, let's go through briefly the requirements in order to properly secure your rights on the lien. First, within 45 days, no later than 45 days from your first work or delivery of materials to the property, a notice to owner needs to be served on the owner and possibly the contractor and other parties listed in the notice of commencement. 45 days is the out.
All right, now I'm gonna start that real quick. Now, before you file that GSA bond, before you file anything in that clerk office, you want to get the other side what your intention is, right? In other words, you're gonna let them know that, hey, you filed a fraudulent document against me. You failed to address whatever issue you had with the prosecutor or with the court dealer, whatever. Before you could do that, you must do 45 days before you can file with the clerk office. You know what I'm saying? You must get that notice of owner. See that right there? Every state got this. Not just Florida, you know what I'm saying? That's why, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm showing you, before you want to do that GSA bond, you must get the other side a notice. What's going to happen? You're going to go to that clerk office. Because what you're doing, you're exposing their fraudulent filing of a conviction. You're exposing their fraudulent filing of foreclosure. You're exposing their fraudulent filing of death row sentence. Somebody they put on death row, and that person might be innocent. You're exposing the fraudulent filing that somebody did the road construction and the road not properly fixed right. You give the other side a notice. In other words, you giving them notice that you're going to the clerk office and undo the record. Now, this is how I would do it. I would get the other side a notice first. Before I can free somebody from state prison or get them off probation parole or whatever the issue is, I will get the other side a notice first. A notice first. Now, I forgot to tell y'all that, but this is where I will file my GSA bond. This is where I file my so-called money order that you know, a lot of guys teach you how to make your own money order and everything. You know what I'm saying? Make your money order, you give it to the bank, you give it to the so-called credit card agency. No. If they file a lien against you, what you want to do, give them a notice what you're going to do. That you're going to file the money order to the county clerk. I'm going to show you something. And I'm going to let this video play. I'm going to let this video play for you real quick.
Side time frame. If you have a contract directly with the owner, then you don't need to send this notice to owner, but it usually is still a good idea to do it. So that's the first notice that's required. Next, no later than 90 days from the last work or last furnishing of materials on the job, you need to record your claim of lien. It's a document that's prepared, signed under oath, and brought to the clerk's office where the property is located and recorded. That is the encumbrance on the property. It's the claim of lien.
You hear that? Pay attention. You're going to find out how juicy this thing is. Pay attention.
A copy of that claim of lien needs to be served within 15 days of the recording date on all interested parties. Now, if you use a service like Sunray, they take care of all of the items on the screen right there, the 45-day notice, the 90-day notice, as well as serving it on all interested parties. Now, if you are in privity with the owner, meaning you have a contract with the owner, then you need to serve what's called a contractor's final affidavit 5 days before you file suit to foreclose. Ideally, you should do it sooner, even as early as when you record your claim of lien. And then finally, within 1 year of the recording date of the claim of lien, you need to file this foreclosure lawsuit. So these are the rough steps that you have to follow in order to secure your right to have a lien on a piece of property. All of these rules, by the way, have lots of exceptions. It's a very complicated area of the law, but this is a thumbnail sketch of what you need to do in order to protect your rights. What does bonding off my lien really mean? Well, as I told you, this lien that you may have put on a piece of property is now encumbering it. It is preventing the owner from refinancing, from selling the property. There may be a mortgage on the property, and as a result of your lien, they may be in default under their mortgage. So there are many reasons why your lien needs to come off of the property. So we talked about a few, but if there's a loan, the bank may require that the lien come off. If this is a lease, the landlord may require that the tenant bond off any liens on the property. Prime contracts and subcontracts typically contain provisions that say if anyone underneath the contracting party, so maybe a sub or a sub-sub, allows a lien to be put on the property, they have an obligation to remove it or bond it off. So there's lots of reasons why a lien on a piece of property may need to come off. If any of those happen and a party determines that the lien is a problem and needs to come off, then that's when they need to look at bonding off the lien. Now,
also, if you got a problem with, it's like your fingerprint mugshot, you get that off public record. And remember this, fingerprint mugshot post go right there to the clerk office. When the prosecutor accept the police charge and everything, and present it to the court and everything from that prosecutor office must go to the what? County clerk office, where the action at. When the judge sit on that bench and make a ruling, hear argument, and sign off on it, or do, you know what I'm saying, make a statement on it, everything from his desk, on that desk, go straight to the clerk office, baby. Everything go straight there. Buying a house, selling a house, go right there. Car sale, foreclosure, repossess, right there. Probation, parole, right there. Build a new high-rising building that cost $4-5 billion with 100-bed luxury apartment inside in there, luxury store, all go right at that clerk office. You know what I'm saying? Tear down the poor ghetto neighborhood and bring in illegal immigrants and feed them and everything and give them the taxpayer money. All that got to be filed right there. Again, right there. But I'm afraid to keep playing it for you. I'll give you an idea.
This is different than when a project has a payment and performance bond issued by the contractor at the outset of the job. Many jobs, large private jobs, and almost all public jobs are bonded by the contractor with what's called a payment and performance bond. When those jobs have that type of bond at the outset, then your recourse is not a lien on the property, but it's a notice of non-payment on the payment bond. How do you know if a job has a bond on it to begin with? A reference to that bond would be included in the notice of commencement, which is the document that's recorded by the owner at the outset of the project. When Sunray prepares the notices, they check to make sure if the job is bonded or not, and then they send the proper notice. But if you want to know, you can pull the public record in the county where the project is located, doing a search by the name of the owner.
See that? Where it's located at, right? Remember I told you, you just can't file that bond, that GSA bond nowhere. You cannot file, look, you cannot do no fraudulent, do an affidavit for fraudulent filing in any county. You have to take it to the county where the action happened at. You see what I'm saying? You have to take it to where the action happened at. You cannot take it to any county or any state. You have to go to that same county in the same state. You see what I'm saying? In other words, if you live in Jefferson, but the action happened in Orleans, well, you can't file nothing in Jefferson. You gotta go to Orleans next door to remove it, to correct it, to correct the public record. You can't do it in Jefferson because Jefferson had nothing to do with that. That's not the problem. The problem is Orleans Parish next door, or Orleans County, where Louisiana, where we got Parish. But right now I live in Dent County, right there by Dallas County, Terra County, stuff like that, So in the problem in Dent County, I would have to fix it in Dent County. I can't fix it in Dallas County in Texas. I cannot fix it in Torrance County. I cannot fix it in College, Texas. I had to fix anything that happened in Dent County. Anything. Any action happened in that county I live in, I had to fix it in Dent County. All right, I'm going to go back to this.
Owner, and it will pull up the notice of commencement, and you can look at the notice of commencement and it will tell you if there is a surety on the job. A copy of that bond should also be attached to the notice of commencement, which is at the job site. So you can go to the job site and it's supposed to be posted there, and you should be able to see if the job is bonded.
Again, stop that one more time. You see right here, when the officer, look, when the officer arrests you, or your house get foreclosure, or your car get repossessed, did you know they supposed to tax their bond right there? Did you know when a prosecutor take the case, did you know they supposed to post their bond to the case? Did you know that a clerk, sit next to the judge, and the judge on the bench? Did you know they supposed to post their bond to every case? Y'all didn't know that, huh? That's why I said y'all, look, y'all so fast to want to do the GSA bond, but some of y'all don't get a good idea of how the whole system works. You know what I'm saying? Y'all watch too many of these other guys, but none of these guys don't teach you about the county clerk office, whether it's on the federal side, to the state side, to the county side. Nothing can escape. The federal cannot escape the county. The state cannot escape the county. Anybody in the county cannot escape the county clerk office. Nothing can escape it. Nothing. Not election, not state county election, or federal election. Nothing can escape the county clerk office. Nothing can escape it. Like the 6 unknown federal agent, nothing can escape it. I'm going to show you how to find out who the 6th federal agent is. It's easy to find who they is. It's through that King County where it happened in Brooklyn, or you can find it at one place also. Or else, guess what? Now you got kidnapping and human trafficking by the 6th officer. And who do you charge that with? You charge the U.S. Capitol. Why? They were forcing statute law. But if they were forcing policy, federal agent manual, you can always motion dismiss that, because that's not federal statute law by Congress. Remember this, public, look, public statute law is Article 4.1. Police, federal agent manual, federal agent policy, federal agent regulation code, and all that stuff cannot be enforced. It may sound like a law, but it's unenforceable. You cannot arrest me on your so-called policy. You cannot arrest me on your manual. You cannot arrest me on your regulation code. That's not statute law. It's not a registered law by Congress. It's not a registered law by the state. So how you gonna charge me. To me, I think you charge me on a manual. I don't think you charge me on a statute law. You see what I'm saying? Now the burden proof is on him. You see what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna tell everybody how the whole thing works. Cause I don't want rapists, child predators, and all that stuff. It's like this. I can lead you to the county door, the county door, right? I can lead you there, but you don't know how deep that door is. It's like this. When you walk in that county clerk office, that's a million door that you don't understand. That's a million door you don't understand. See right here, I'm just giving you the first step of the GSA plan. Other than that, you have no idea how that whole system works.
And if the job has a payment and performance bond at the outset, then that's where the claim is. So you don't have a lien on the property, you have a claim on that payment bond. But assuming that isn't what is applicable here, but you have a lien on the property and someone needs to remove it, they need to get what's called a transfer bond to bond it off. So
now, pay attention. Now, if you want to remove a record that's not right, you heard what he said? If you want to remove something, it has to be done what? At the clerk office. I'm going to go back a little bit more. There you go. I'm going to go back. We're going to play it. Pay attention.
Here, but you have a lien on the property and someone needs to remove it, they need to get what's called a transfer bond to bond it off. So how does that work? There's a complex formula in the lien statute that talks about how much money someone needs to come up with to remove your lien from the property. In round numbers, it's about 150% of the lien amount. So if you record a lien for $100,000, someone is going to have to post a bond for about $150,000 in order to get that lien off the property. This is not subject to negotiation. It's a strict formula that's followed by the clerk. The reason that there's this 50% extra is in the statute, it's intended to cover incurred legal fees, costs, and interest associated with the dispute that may follow from the bonding off of the lien. Now, obviously, if the lien is for $10,000, that 50% extra is very small, but if it's $1 million, then it's much, much larger. So keep that in mind. Now, how does someone bond off the lien? They have two ways to do it. They can use cash, and they take that cash in the form of a check, cashier's check, to the clerk's office where the property is located, in the county where the property is located, and the clerk will take that amount, issue what's called a certificate of transfer, and the clerk will hold the money. And then they will record that certificate of transfer in the public record so everyone is on notice that there was a lien and then there was a transfer bond. As well, a copy of that certificate of transfer will get mailed to the lienor, notifying them that their lien has now been transferred to a bond. Sometimes people don't want to post cash, so they want to get what's called a transfer bond. A transfer bond is a bond issued by a surety, an insurance company. So you have to go to an agent, a surety agent, to get that bond. And the way that bond works is that a surety company will issue a bond for the same amount of money, so the formula remains the same, and they will issue a bond, and then that bond is brought to the clerk's office, and the clerk will, instead of taking the cash, will take that transfer bond and issue a certificate of transfer. So the process from the clerk's perspective and the lienor's perspective is the same. The difference is that either the security that's backing that transfer is either cash held by the clerk or an insurance product, a transfer bond, held by a surety. Now, if someone goes to a surety to get a transfer bond, typically they will need to post 100% cash collateral. It depends on what the surety wants, but most sureties for transfer bonds want 100% cash collateral, meaning that instead of giving the money to the clerk, they have to give the money to the surety to hold.
Now, I want everybody to pay attention now. Now you understand? Right here, the clerk is going to what? Notify the other side that, hey, somebody filed a bond against you. Before you can file that bond and everything with the clerk office, you will have to give them a notice of what your intention is. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna have to do a notice of affidavit that you're going to file. Cause what you right here, what you want to do, go to the clerk office first. Sometimes, sometimes the clerk gonna give you a runaround. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the clerk might block you and make you frustrated, but not me. You know, I already know where to go. On the federal side to the state side, I already know. But this is why I want to show y'all something. See, that's another video I'm gonna show you right here. But I don't want to make this video too long, so this another video right here. Where's the surety bond? You see what I'm saying? All this stuff right here. See, I want to show you right here too. It's the same thing. In other words, when you file that bond, as you do your notice, what's gonna happen? That clerk's gonna notify them guys. After 90 days, they have 90 days. If they fail to 90 days, a judgment is in your favor and they lose. After 90 days, everything you put on there is gonna be removed off the record. It's gonna be removed off the record. And I'm gonna show you something right here. I'm gonna show you something. See this right here? I'm gonna show you something. Here you go. See right here, you got post for legal conviction. Before you do post for legal conviction, you want to do a notice to them. Let them know your intention is to file this at the clerk office. Again, fraudulent filing on public record conviction, or it could be for a lien bond, or it could be for repo. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. Doing for cancellation, affidavit. All these things deal with the clerk office. I put right here. Everything right here deal with the clerk office. Right here, I want to show you something. Everything right here deal with the clerk office. No matter which state you in. See right here, everything deal with the clerk office. See right here, everything deal with the clerk office. I don't care which state you in. Everything deal with the clerk office. See right here, I got some right here. See right here, see right here, affidavit, law, something like that. Promissory note. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? But see right here, guess what? Order to cancel what? Felony record. Order to what? Cancel what? Repo possession. See what I'm saying? It could be anything. See right here? It been what? Recorded in the parish or the county. Because we didn't got parish, you know what I'm saying? But no matter what, see? Right here. Judge sign it, stamp it and everything. Come out the other side fell. You see what I'm saying? You know, you gotta do it right through the clerk off, and judge can sign it, or the clerk can sign it, no matter what. Released by obligated. See what I'm saying? A record. Again, you can remove the record. Book number, page number, instrument number. You can remove the record. Right here. That's why I want to show y'all something. See? Release the fine. All that stuff. Right here. See what I'm saying? All that supposed to go with the GSA fine. No matter what. Every state got this, you know. And by matter of fact, you know, you can always look at it and see how it's done. Remember that the state got this. Every state got this. And every county should have this. Look at it. See right here, I want to show y'all something. I don't want to make the video too long. It's almost like going to 2 hours or something. Here you go. See that right there? I want to show y'all something. See? Motion to cancel what? Judgment of the fine? Something like that. Cancel conviction. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Everything can be done at the clerk office, man. You ain't got to do all them guys tell you, man, send to that, all that stuff. You ain't got to do none of that crazy stuff, man. You ain't got to do none of that stuff. But this is what I want to show you. Now we're going to go back to this right here. We're going to go right back to here. Now, that's what I did for him. Here you go. Remember this, y'all? It was in Broken County. Now to find out who this is, the state federal agent, here you go, right here. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you something. To find out who the state agent is, check this out. Remember, the only U.S. citizen, non-legal, non-resident, cannot get this. To find out, Southern District here you go, of New York. Here you go. See that right there? To find out who them guys is, you go right here. You can even find right here. You can tell Judge, I motion for the name of the person. They did not file a warranty at the King County Clerk office on that day, Judge. I can even find it right there through the judge, right here. You know what I'm saying? I could do a subpoena, I could do a motion, and the judge better grant me. Also, guess what I could go to? Right here. Remember this. I go right here to the attorney office, right? Oh shit. Hold up. I'm gonna show you something. Hold on. I'm gonna go to the attorney. Hold on. Here you go, right here. Man, hold up. Man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, right here. See right here? Now, judge one way. How about this right here? Here you go. Here you go, right here. Remember this. When a U.S. attorney represents a so-called unelected agency like the Federal Narcotic or the ATF, guess what? That Southern District Attorney knows that federal agent's first name, last name. You know where that officer lives and all that stuff. First thing you can do, motion for discovery, subpoena, you can do interrogation, you can do all that stuff. You can ask them for their real name on record. You know what I'm saying? That's right. You can ask for their name, or you can get what if the prosecutor want to keep the name silent and all that stuff. Guess what? You can do a motion for dismiss. You know what I'm saying? Motion dismiss. So guess what? To have standing, you must have name. This is a public record. The first thing you want to ask the prosecutor, the Southern District Attorney Office. Is this a law standing? Does Does the United States Congress have standing? Does they have standing? If so, then does that person have a first name, middle name, last name? Does that person have a driver's license and all that stuff? Does that person pay a bill and all that stuff? Guess what? You have standing. This is why the illegal immigrants don't have no standing. Because guess what? If they would step foot in that federal court and try to ask for their right, I guarantee the U.S. Marshal going to hold them and call ICE. Now, on the state side, now the state might not cooperate with the federal agent, but on the federal side, once an illegal immigrant with no right step in that federal court, that U.S. Marshal is going. He is going to detain the immigrant attorney, and he's going to arrest the illegal immigrant when he steps on that federal ground. When he steps foot, him or her, I don't care if the child's a U.S. citizen or not. I don't care. Once that illegal immigrant parent step on that federal court, that U.S. Marshal is going to hold them people, and the ICE going to pick them up and ship them out. See what I'm saying? That's called standing. For the, for the U.S. Capitol, aka the United States version Western, buying something like that got, from Brooklyn, New York in 1965. For them have standing, name, address, all that stuff. You can find out through the judge. You can find it through the district judge. Come out there. He represents what? The U.S. Capitol. And guess what? Who paying the six guy? The congressman. The House and the Senate is paying the six unknown guys. And by the way, check this out. Look, let me show y'all something. Right there, look. Guess who you can subpoena? In 1965, I'm going to go right here. 1965, here you go. 1965. Who was the U.S. House? Yeah. Here you go. 1965. Who was the House representative in Brooklyn, New York? Yeah, here you go. Brooklyn, New York. Who was the House Speaker? Yeah, House representative Brooklyn, New York. Here you go. Look, right here to find out. And guess what you could do? You could subpoena them and you could file suit. Cause why? Six guys seal their name. The district attorney don't want to give the name out, so they cannot have standing. If no name, no address, no standing. Same as the police officer random thing for narcotic and all that stuff. No name, no standing. No name, no standing. You know what I'm saying? No name, no standing. There's no secrets in here. Here you go. The list of the names. Who was the 1965 House Representative in 1965? So no way, it had to be him right here. It had to be this guy right here representing Brooklyn. When that guy got arrested with no warranty. So he would be the guy right here in Brooklyn, in New York. This would have been the guy right here. Emmanuel Seller, 1965. That's right. This would have been the guy right here, 1965. You know what I'm saying? This would have been 1965. This would have been the guy right here. And this guy old too, 1988, man. God damn, he been off for that long. God damn. That would have been the guy right here, y'all, in 1965. When them 6 unknown guys, you know what I'm saying? These 6 unknown guys right here, no name, don't know the name, but I do. I know the name. That go right here, y'all. Y'all remember this? Wiggle C? Y'all remember Wiggle C? You know what I'm saying? I can easily find out who the guy was that did this. Remember this, y'all? Remember this? This in Waco, Texas. What county this in? I forgot. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Moline County right here. And you know what I'm saying? Look, Moline County right here. Moline County where it happened, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all remember this? The Waco thing? And guess what? Louisville, Texas, where I live at, it's not far from Waco, Texas. It's about an hour, maybe like 2 hour drive. That's it. About 2 hour drive. It ain't that far. It happened in 1993. And I was 23 years old, y'all. I was 23. I was pissed off when I saw that. I was pissed off like a real man. I was pissed off like a motherfucker when that shit happened. Bastard coward. ATF. That's what they is. The coward. Look at that. Look at that coward. I can easily find out who this guy was. Here you go. I can easily find out right here. Right here. Cause remember, they supposed to file a warranty with the county, and they supposed to file with the sheriff office. I can easily find out who they was. That mask don't mean nothing to me, man. I'm gonna have standing ground. And you know, the only way I can find out who it was, guess what? Check this out. I found out who the Waco, Texas Federal District Court. Waco, Texas, right here. Again, I can even find out. Right here. Waco, Texas Federal Court. Federal Court. Here we go. Right here. Federal Courthouse, right? I find out. Right here. It's Western District. I can even find out right here. I can even find out right here. But also what? Right here. I can even find out right here. Western Western prosecutor. District Attorney. Oh yeah, yeah. District Attorney. Here you go, right here. Right here. Also, right here. See right here? See right here? Guess what? I will put right here. Let's just turn 1993. Who was the turn in 1993? Hold on. 1993. Who was the district attorney in 1993? Let's find out who it was. So we kind of get an idea. What? 1993? That motherfucker been there for a long time. So in other words, this guy would have been right here. This attorney right here. And remember this, ATF gonna handle the case to him. He know all the names to them guys. He got their phone number and everything. I can do a motion for discovery. Federal gives to me, motion dismiss. Now I'm seeking damage. Now I'm seeking criminal charge against them. Again, you cannot bring no claim against me. And remember this, right there, I'll tell that U.S. What's the U.S. District Attorney? Right now, U.S. Capitol is bringing the charge. It's not United States. The victim is the U.S. Capitol. Now the question is, who is right here? 19. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Check this out. U.S. House. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, House. Yeah, here we go. U.S. House Representative. Yeah, U.S. House Representative for Waco, Texas. Here you go. Waco, Texas. 1993. Okay. So in other words, who was the House Representative in 1993? So in other words, what is it? Okay, hold on. I gotta figure who was. So in other words, 1993. So here we go. 1993. Hold on, yeah, I gotta figure out who the House representative was in 1993. Hey, Dan Quayle? Wait a minute. Dan Quayle? I don't think Dan Quayle was no Congress. I don't think so. Hold on. It might have been him right here. Bob. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, it might be Bob. Yeah, yeah, I think it might be Bob. Hold on. 1993, right here go. 1993. Here you go, 1993. You know what I'm saying? Cause right here, it's like this. You could sue. You know what I'm saying? You could sue the House representative. So in other words, so in other words, 1993. So 1993, it would have been this guy right here. It's saying it would have been this guy right here, Bob Coker. Here you go. It would have been this guy right here. Yeah. So in other words, it would have been him right here in 1993 at that time. And guess what? It would have been District 103, United States. I mean, the United States Capitol that burned out Waco, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Cause remember this, ATF worked for the United States Capitol. FBI worked for the United States Capitol. The U.S. Treasury worked for the United States Capitol. President Trump and like all presidents, they just manage the agency. That's it. They just oversee the so-called agency. Other than that, the House runs the fund, and any claim against anybody in the country, they the one. They are the so-called. Right here, let me see some. Hold up. 1993. This had to be the guy right here. It would have been him right here. District 103. So no word. Check this out. So no word. Look, it would have been. You know what I'm saying? Look, it would have been the House Representative 103 versus Waco, Texas. David. I think it would have been against David, the guy that they killed, and all the innocent people. Let me see something. I just want to make sure, y'all. This gotta be the guy right here. Gotta be him right here in 1993. Here you go, 1993. Yep. Yeah, I got it right. Yeah, it's right here, y'all. I got it right. Yeah, I thought so. It's right here, 1993. So no words. It was him that attacked Waco, Texas. But we're gonna go right back here again. We're gonna go right back here. And we know who it was, right? And look at this again, y'all. Look at this again. Look at it. Y'all remember this? Ruby Ridge? Again, here you go. I'm gonna go right back here one more time. I'm gonna go back here. Here you go, right here. See this right here? Now we know who the attorney was in 1993, and now we know who the House Speaker was in 1993. You know what I'm saying? See right here? What that guy name? Yeah, Branch Davidson. Right here. A religious so-called cult. Ain't no religious cult. You know what I'm saying? Like I say. Matter of fact, in summertime, when I leave Louisville, go down Waco, Texas, I'm going straight to the county office first. Then I'm gonna go straight to the Western District District Attorney office, and then I'm gonna file action against the sheriff in that county. I'm gonna file action against the county clerk office, and I'm gonna file action against the District 103, aka United States State Capitol, Washington D.C. I'm gonna file 3 actions against these people. These people are criminals. You know what I'm saying? Talk about, you know what I'm saying? I find it fucking funny, man, when they wear that mask, that they can't be unsealed. You know what I'm saying? It could be unsealed. I promise you it could be unsealed. Mm-hmm. It could be unsealed. But yeah, man, this is what I want to show everybody. It's like Ruby Ridge right here. Ruby Ridge right here. Idaho, right? Now what year that was? 1992. I was 22 years old, y'all. In 1992, I was 22 years old. I remember that case very clear. It happened in what? Boundary County in Idaho. Boundary County got a clerk office and they got a sheriff office. They're responsible for the ATF coming in that county. You know what I'm saying? They should be held liable for this mess. And and right here, there's a federal court, and I know that's a district attorney office located in that area somewhere. And like I said, I can even find out who these criminal FBI's is. I can even find out who they were. You know what I'm saying? I got to find out who the House speaker, the House representative was for that, that represent that area. You know what I'm saying? Because right here, I want to go after the person got the money. I ain't forget about this. I hope the FBI, ATF, all them clowns looking at this. I ain't forget about this, you know. You know what I'm saying? You don't intimidate me, man. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real man. I don't have no crazy pronoun, all that crazy stuff. I'm a man. I'm a real man. Never back down. You know what I'm saying? I always carry a gun on me. I'm a real man. Never back down. Never back down. Never. Like I said, this is so easy, man. I can easily dismantle these people. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. I'm gonna make it quick, man. But like I said, I'm about to shut it down. But one more time, man. Now, I'm gonna keep making a video, but what I'm gonna do, probably make a 2, 3, 4 hour video here. What I might do, come back, make like a 5-hour video. It's gonna probably be a little bit longer and everything when I'm off and everything. But I'm gonna play this video one more time for y'all right here. And I got more video on buying. But I want y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all something. Here you go. I'm gonna play it one more time. One more time, like I said, you can't question me, man. Nobody can. Remember this, with everything you learn, like credit card note, everything you learn about the system, prison system, jail system, church and all that stuff, everything you learn is fraud. Everything you learn is like them people talk about they got constitutional right. They got right to weapon. Let me explain to everybody what the first thing Donald Trump did in his campaign speech in 2022, 2023, and leading up to 2024 when he won. What the first thing he said, y'all, what the first thing he was going to get rid of? The Department of Education. And who did not like that? None of them. Why? They know it brainwashed people. It's no different than that movie and TV program. It programmed you to be brainwashed. Like the so-called fake news, like NBC, MSNBC, CBS, all the fake news. They want to program you, re-educate you. That's the first thing Donald Trump said. Look at all the videos Donald Trump said. That's the first thing he did. He got rid of the Department of Education. Because that, no illegal immigrant cannot have an education. Plus, it forced teachers to go back to conservative teaching. You know what I'm saying? Look at Chinese. Matter of fact, somebody look at Chinese video of children learning. Children, teenagers learning. You know what I'm saying? Look at Russian children doing the same thing like China. Look at everybody's school children. They are learning excellent skill, learning trade skill, learning everything. They ain't learning about being no faggot. They ain't learning how to be no homo. They ain't learning how to have sex at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. They ain't learning all that crazy ass shit. They ain't learning how to hate, you know what I'm saying, hate and divide. They unified. They unified. That's what Trump is doing. Unified everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, doing how to, you know what I'm saying? Look, there's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Look, there should be on the 3 flags in this country: the Morris flag, the United States flag, and Texas flag. Those on the 3 flags should be flying. There should be no Mexican flag. There should be no Russian flag. There should be no Puerto Rican flag. There should be no Cuban flag. There should be no Haitian flag in this country. There should be no motherfucking Jamaican flag. There should be no Bahama flag. There should be no a Canadian flag flying on this land. Trump is in and all that shit. Trump is in and all them flags flying. The only 3 flags should be flying: Texas and the Marsh flag and the United States flag. Now, matter of fact, I'm gonna make a video on 3 flags and you know everything. But right now, I'm gonna do this real quick. And I'm gonna call it quit. Here you go, y'all.
The only thing they're supposed to be there to do is teach them English and math, in my opinion. Or said, hey, I need your help. I'm trying to find my kids. She doesn't give me any information. I want to know where my kids are at. And as I'm talking to them, I look over their shoulder out the front windows of the hospital, and I see him, I'm watching my kids being loaded in a white van. So I pushed them out of the way, and I went chasing the van through the parking lot. Of course, I couldn't catch them. But that's exactly what happened. They can take them from anywhere because the state, claims to be the parent. So I have a 1-page document that I tell people to tape 4 or 5 copies on the backside of their door at their house. And if a cop shows up or a CPS agent shows up, they can tear one off, hand it to them through the door, lock the door, deadbolt behind them, let them read it, and then they'll leave. Okay? But we should also have them in our car. We should take them to the school for day one, hand one to the school nurse, hand one to the superintendent, hand one to the principal, hand one to every one of their teachers, and put those people on notice. No one talks to your children, ever. They don't talk to your children unless it's to educate them. But for no governmental reason, no authority reason, are they to even talk to your children. The only thing they're supposed to be there to do is teach them English and math.
That's
in my
it.
opinion.
That's it. English and math.
Not very well. They shouldn't even be there. Yeah. Well, they shouldn't even be there, okay? It's our responsibility, and they've been lax in it, and they're not doing a good job. So that brings up a great point. I'm going to talk for just a minute. In 1951, they paraded, if you could picture in your mind a school teacher, the perfect school teacher, a little old lady school teacher, if you could close your eyes and say, this is the sweetest lady who knows everything, who could teach my kids, that picture in your mind would be Jane Spalding.
Pay attention.
Jane
All
Spalding.
set up.
The United States government paraded her around to all 50 states between 1951 and 1953.
All set up.
Educating the states and selling them on standardized education.
They saw us out, y'all.
So that a student going to school in Los Angeles, if their parents moved to New York in the middle of the school year, they could move over there and fit right in, right, same curriculum, same testing, same everything. But it was also on the auspice that the schools would get federal money.
That's all this.
Right? Before that, it was state-run schools.
Money laundering.
So the idea was that when all the states signed on to this, Jane Spalding would be the head of the Department of Education for the United States government. And as this perfect school teacher, she would make sure your children were getting the best education possible. And she truly was perfect.
P5.
On April 11th, 1953, the 50th state signed on to the program. And Jane Spalding became the head of the Department of Education. 49 days later, the President of the United States at that time fired her and put Nelson Aldrich Rockefeller in as the head of the Department of Education.
Woo! Worst thing.
At his acceptance speech, which was a very famous speech,
Set up.
there were a room full of reporters, cameramen, and they asked him some questions. One was, Nelson, how much money did you make last year? He said $140 million, 1953. He was a grandson of one of the most prominent banking families in the world.
Criminal banking family. Criminal.
He made $140 million. They said, how much did you pay in taxes? And he reached in his pocket and he grabbed out a penny, which at that time they were Indian head pennies, and he flicked it into the audience and he says, not one red cent. Now today he would have been hammered for that being a racist statement, right? Not one red cent. And that line became famous. And they said, Nelson, if you made $140 million last year, why would you take this position? It only paid at that time, I think it was $37,000 or something, a yearly salary, as the head of the Department of Education. $37,000 was a lot of money in that time.
Sure.
Okay, the average house was about $2,500. Okay, and he said, because I consider it the most important position in all of government. Hands went up, flashballs went off. I hope you feel like you got your money's worth yesterday, your information. He says, well, out of the textbooks. Textbook in our schools. One was, Nelson, how much money did you make last year?
Now, I want y'all to hear that, right? That's the most powerful department in the whole thing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go right here real quick. I'm gonna show you something. Federal agents. Let's see something real quick. Hold up. That list. Yeah. Woo! There's a federal aid department, y'all. Y'all see all the lists, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Look at all these lists. Look at all these lists, y'all. Look at all this list. Woo! Now I worry about go back to Donald Trump early, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, his campaign 2022, 23, and 24 before he became president in November 5th, 2024. Look at all that thing. What the first thing he said he was gonna get rid of? You know what I'm saying? What the first thing he was gonna get rid of? Man, y'all have no problem, man, why I support Donald Trump on that. Man, I tell y'all like this. Boy, I support Trump on that, man. If you get rid of that, ooh, shoot. Almost all the other departments gonna start collapsing, man. Man, Donald Trump, boy, I tell you, look at that, man. Look at this, y'all. Right here, man. Department of Home Health Service and all that stuff. Look at that. That part of that right there, 1953. But he goes some more 1953. And look at all this, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man, Trump is right on money, man. I tell people like this, Trump is right on money. Right now, Trump is closing things down, man. With Dodge, DOGE, you know what I'm saying, Department of Government Efficiency, man, sure. I think all the list is being torn away, y'all. I'll be honest with you, man, sure. I think all the list is gone now. But let's see right here real quick before we go on the video. Look at this, y'all. Thank you, Elon Musk. Thank you, Donald Trump. That's what I said. God bless you, man. And the most important thing Donald Trump is doing, no illegal immigrant cannot get no government assistance. Watch all the blue Democrat cities. Watch the blue Democrat state run. Donald Trump is using the art of war. I'm going to say it again. Donald Trump is using the art of war. He already cut their legal system funding. Meaning, in other words, they on their own. So, in other words, somebody will have to raise money for them. Catholic Church money is gone. Donald Trump just cut off the Catholic Church money. And where the Catholic Church was getting that money? From the U.S. legal aid. That's right. Meaning, in other words, they were funding all these non-GMO down there in Central and South America, bringing these people up here to they're tied to all this stuff. Donald Trump is shutting down Department of Health. Donald Trump is shutting down all these departments where their birth certificate, these illegal immigrant birth certificate will not be U.S. citizen. He's shutting all that down, man. That's a war. He's going after Canada. He's going after Mexico. He's going after Europe. The reason why Donald Trump is using the terrorist tax against European all this stuff. Oh, can you say BlackRock? BlackRock on all these companies that's outside the United States. He attacking State Street. He attacking the oligarch company. In other words, he gonna bankrupt them by taxing them to death. They can't make no profit. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere. He's going after the oligarch like BlackRock. He's going after Warren Buffett. He's going after all these so-called guys that cannot be touched. How do you touch them? You go after their business that's overseas. You tax them. You list the product. You go after them. You bankrupt them and you shut them down. Force them to come back to the United States and put them back under the United States law. So these companies actually started in the United States. They ain't started overseas. They actually started here. You know what I'm saying? And what happened, they bought out mom and pop business and brought it overseas. But Donald Trump is a smart guy, man. He's brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere he has shut down the Catholic. If you Catholic, and you love that that father, wherever that fool is, see all them Catholic church across America? They funded gone. They funded gone. The illegal immigrant that love, because remember that a lot of these so-called Hispanic are Catholic, right? But most of them go to Catholic church for safe haven, for resource and everything. And where the Catholics get their resource from? The U.S. aid. Not just for terrorists and stuff and all stuff. No, all these things fund all these non-GMO. Like Color Rep, you know what I'm saying? Like Antifa, Black Lives Matter. They fund all these criminal organizations. That's right. The NACP, a criminal organization. The National Action Network by Al Sharpton is a criminal organization. Straight up. Criminal organization. I call it what it is, a criminal bastard. Look at all these things, y'all. Look at all these things being shut down, y'all. Donald Trump is shutting all this down, man. I feeling good. I'm feeling good, y'all. He shut down all these unelected agencies. Look at that. Look at the Department of Education. Let's see Department of Education, that little clown system. He shut down. Look at what Department of Education. Where the Department of Education at, man? That little bastard. Look at it right here, y'all. One of the biggest problems on planet America, Earth. This is one of the biggest problems we got right now. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of this, you'll solve a whole lot of problems in America. Bring it back to the school. Bring it back to the state where it should have been, man. All these sellout state 1953, man. Got bamboozled, man. Everybody got bamboozled. That's where the racing problem came, right after 1953. All the riot, all the drug, the heavy drug, all the so-called teen craving, the so-called psychopath clown music, the heavy metal, all that was part of CIA, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go back to this video. But thank you, Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. There you go.
He said $140 million, 1953. He was a grandson of one of the most prominent banking families in the world. He made $140 million. They said, how much did you pay in taxes? And he reached in his pocket and he grabbed out a penny, which at that time they were Indian head pennies, and he flicked it into the audience and he says, not one red cent. And today he would have been hammered for that being a racist statement, right? Not one red cent. And that line became famous. And they said, Nelson, if you made $140 million last year, why would you take this position? It only paid at that time, I think it was $37,000 or something, a yearly salary, as the head of the Department of Education. $37,000 was a lot of money in that time. Okay, the average house was about $2,500. Okay, and he said, because I consider it the most important position in all of government. Hands went up, flashbulbs went off. They said, you mean you consider it a greater position than the president and the vice president of the United States? And he looks at him and says, absolutely I do. Because if you give me one decade, one generation, and I'll change the minds and therefore the direction of the world. I'll change the minds and therefore the direction of the world. And he did. 8 years later, not even a decade, 8 years later, every textbook in our schools were changed to lies. Now that wasn't the first revision. Go back to 1908 when the Jekyll Island and the Federal Reserve started to come into play. And things started changing back then. They changed at that time as well. Our textbooks changed on state level, state by state. They all changed. I had an argument with a 20-year professor of history that went on about 3 months. I mean, we were going back and forth on the phone, on emails, on text messages. He had watched one of my videos. Now, it wasn't just about him. It was more about Abe Lincoln. But he'd watched one of my videos where I just hammered old Abe. And he called me up and he said, David, I think you're not telling the truth here. I think you're telling lies. And I said, oh, really? Explain that to me. And I challenged him. And there's not many people that can out-debate me. Okay? And he started talking about things. And I said, well, where did you get your information? He says, well, out of the textbooks. I've been teaching for 25 years. Well, I said, great. Do you have any textbooks that are, say, prior to the turn of the century, 1900 and before? And he said, no. I said, go see if you can find any. A couple weeks went by, sent him a little text. Hey, did you find any of those textbooks yet? No, I can't find any anywhere. I said, keep looking. A couple weeks go by. Hey, have you found any of those textbooks yet? Nope. This went on for 3 months. Finally, he says, I had to go back, and I forgot where it was, Connecticut or somewhere back in the Northeast, to a family reunion. And I was walking down the street, and there was a garage sale, and there was a box of books there, and it was a whole bunch of really old books. And I found 2 history textbooks, one from before 1900 and one from like 1902, 1903, somewhere in there. And I said, well, what did you learn? He says, I learned that everything I've been teaching for 25 years is a lie.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. He was devastated. This man, I mean, he needed counseling by the time he was done. Just devastated. I mean, he was ready to retire after just finding those 2 textbooks. And anyway,
All right, y'all about to hang it up, man. But I just want to make sure, man, you know, like I said, what I'm going to do is play this phrase in all my videos, man, because I'm going to break it down, man, like I said. I'm going to show you, man, your founder father was not where, let's say your founder father was not modern European, or I like to say pale skin. Some folks say white skin, but no. Your founder father was more like a mulatto people. Like Thomas Jefferson, mulatto. George Washington, mulatto. John Adams, mulatto. All them guys, even Andrew Jackson. That's right, Andrew Jackson out of Tennessee. He was a mulatto. Abraham Lincoln, somewhat kind of a little bit dark, but still mulatto. These people were mulatto. Almost all your presidents, always to Abraham Lincoln was mulatto. Your true white president was I think Ulysses Grant. Probably Ulysses Grant, probably the true first white president. Everybody else was mulatto, man. It's like Claiborne, Louisiana, right? Claiborne, the first governor of Louisiana, he was dark skinned. A lot of people don't realize that. Everybody know this in secret society. Claiborne, a governor of Louisiana, the first governor, he was dark skinned. Trust me. Christopher Columbus, dark skinned. Department of Education, Rockefeller, they reconstruct and redraw your history. We damaged y'all. In other words, y'all damaged. Trust me. Donald Trump gonna tell the truth. One thing I like about Donald Trump said he's going to tell the truth. And sometimes painful truth is going to have to be revealed. People are going to be forced to learn the true history. Trust me, you're going to learn the true history of child slavery, child torture, child people still draining children's blood, human trafficking. Y'all gonna learn the truth. Donald Trump is gonna expose everything, including history and everything. You know what I'm saying? The founder fathers didn't create the Constitution. The Moors created the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? The Moors did, or people call it Iroquois, the 5 Nations, something like that. And you know what I'm saying? Like before George Washington was in office, you had 9 so-called Negro presidents. They were educating the mulatto children to become future president. They were educating them on government. That's right. You had 9 presidents. John Henry, John Hancock, they were all dark-skinned people. That's fact. You had 9 presidents before George Washington. They were training the mulatto children like Ben Franklin and all them. They were mulatto, trust me. They were mulatto. You know what I'm saying? Passed for white, they were actually mulatto. And trust me, y'all gonna get a hard copy reality check. And I'm gonna show y'all proof. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, the Constitution came from us. It ain't come from the so-called founder father. We had to teach that to them. We had to teach that. If you don't believe me, we had to teach them the Constitution. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Teach the Constitution. See right here. I want everybody get this real quick. Hold on, see something. Here you go. I want everybody to get this right here. Here you go. I'm gonna get this right here. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't agree with what they put on here, but here we go. I want everybody to get this right here. See right here? Before you had Final Four, your 9 presidents had to teach them the mulatto children. Here you go. See this right here? 1987. Cause see right here, people gonna understand. You know what I'm saying? Like the age people say, black folk lazy, black folk ain't created nothing. Trust me, we created. You know what I'm saying? Look, people always talk about we played. Hold on. You know, they say we created the video game. We created the so-called heart surgery, the brain surgery, how to you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Look, we created almost everything. The reefer, like the AC, we created that. We created the heater. We created almost everything that people use today. Include cell phone. We created that. The video game. You know what I'm saying? We created the computer, motor drive, and all that stuff go with it. We created all these things. Transmission. That's right. Automatic transmission came from us. We created all that. You know what I'm saying? We created everything. The cooler system. We created all these things. You know what I'm saying? We created all these things. But one thing people fail to realize, we created the Constitution too. That's right. The so-called people say we need to go back to Africa. No, we created the Constitution right here. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't agree with the word Confederate, you know what I'm saying? It should have been the Moorish Iroquois. It should have been the Moorish Iroquois. But sometimes, you know, like they always say, everything that written right now is fraudulent. This right here is wrong. It should be Moorish right here. This should not be the so-called Indian Fair. It should be the Moorish America created this right here. Because it should be the word Moorish. That's what it should be right here, Moorish. But you know, Moorish is Indian. Indian is Moor. You know what I'm saying? It should be the Moors right here. You know what I'm saying? It should be the Moors right here. But right here, who created the Constitution? I'm gonna show you something. Who created the Constitution? Because when I'm gonna go over this with everybody, I'm gonna show we created the Constitution. I'm gonna show we created the Constitution right here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You know, it won't be the so-called patriot with their guns and everything. You know what I'm saying? The right to bear arms. We created all that for you. We created all that for you. Like I said, your history been fucked up. Your history been fucked up. Mm-hmm. Right here. I want you to get this right here. Cause right here, I'm gonna show you something. I want to show you something. Let me see something. Cause we created the Constitution, man. Even though I don't like the word the Indian Federal put right here, but it's the Moors. You know what I'm saying? The Moors created it. You know what I'm saying? The Moors created it. You know what I'm saying? Look, they try to be slick. Again, they try to be very, very slick. I'm gonna show you the Constitution. I'm gonna show you what the Constitution government look like. See right here? Wait, no, right now I'm just gonna go fast through this real quick. But this is where I want to show you something. See right here? It show you how the whole system works. Show you how the whole system works. This is how your Constitution. This is how your Article 3, your Article 1, your Article 2 look like. You know what I'm saying? This is how the President of the United States, Executive Branch, your jury, your legislation. And matter of fact, we created the state too. You know what I'm saying? The so-called 13 states, all ran by dark-skinned Moors. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ran by us until y'all understood law. And here you go, right here. I'm gonna show you something. Again, all this right here. I want everybody to get this. Cause see right here, here you go. See, this is the foundation of your Constitution right here. This is the, you know what I'm saying? This is what your founder thought had to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick Saban, Alabama. Nick Saban has students like Georgia, South Carolina, and Ole Miss, and a couple of them other guys, right? It's just like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee might have been a master, right? But Bruce Lee had what? A teacher. It's like the founder thought they had a teacher. And you know who the teacher was? The Iroquois Moors, or the Moors, you know what I'm saying? The Moroccan Moors, or the Iroquois, the 5 Nation tribe. You know what I'm saying? These are the Moors that taught them. That's right. They was learning from us. They was learning the Constitution and everything. Look at that Constitution. Look, side by side. Our Constitution, see this. This came first, this came second. This came first, this came second. This came first, this came second. Go back up here again. Now look at that. Now look at that. This came first, this came second. They was in school. The founder father, aka the mulatto children, they was right here learning. They was right here learning. They was in classroom. They were in class learning. See right here, this came first. They learned right here. Here you go. The teacher, the student. The teacher, the student. The teacher, the student. Again, that go right over here again. Now look at that, y'all. Because you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go over this bad boy. So I'm gonna go real quick. Again. Here you go. Here you go again. I want to make sure you understand. The teacher and the student right here. The teacher and the student. Somebody tell the Asian people black never did nothing. Black dumb, black people ignorant. Tell them Latino that. Tell them so-called Africa. You know what I'm saying? Tell them punk, you know what I'm saying? Tell them coward Africa from East, West, Central Africa. Talk about the black American ain't created nothing. Guess what? We created everything. Tell Busta Rhymes, Jamaican brother, the West End created hip hop. No, y'all ain't created nothing. Trust me, we created the Constitution too. See right here, teacher, us, and the student. The student right here, here go the teacher, here go the student right here. Again. Now look at it, y'all. Teacher and the student. Teacher and the student right here. That learn, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna learn. See right here, this should be everybody Black history. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should be breaking this in black, so-called Black history class. You know what I'm saying? See right here, this is the greatest history. Everybody died around the world. Look at all them Chinese people. Look at them Korean. Look at all the people that's trying to come to this country. You know what I'm saying? We created this. Look at the teacher. Here go the student. The teacher, us, and here go the student. Again. There you go. The teacher and the student. Again. You're gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Look. Here you go. The teacher and the student right here. The teacher and the student. Again. Here you go. Again. The teacher and the student right here. That's right. The teacher and the student. Again. Again. The teacher and the student right here. Again, but you get the idea, huh? Again, the teacher and the student right here. See, we were teaching them law. Nowhere, we were teaching them a lot of children. Remember that? Again, y'all gonna have a hard reality check, man. See all them Asian people, see them so-called Latino that treated us bad on our own land, and see them fraud so-called Native American got a reservation and a casino on my land. And by the way, who gave them a casino? Liberal Democrats. Democrat gave them casino. Republican would never do that crazy mess. Democracy gave the so-called Native American casino. Democracy, Mala and Bella, fraudulent system. They gave them that casino on our land. Now what? Native America got casino on our land. Dumb Native America, dumb. You know what I'm saying? The Native American ain't nothing but Siberian slave food that came here. Again, teacher, us, the student right here. Saying we're sitting down learning. The teacher and the student. It's like nicknames the teacher. The student is the guy from head coach of Georgia, the head coach of South Carolina, and the head coach of Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying? Great coach. Mm-hmm. Again, teacher, student right here. That's right. Again, you know what I'm saying? Again, all the people say white people ain't never created nothing. I tell you what, if you Google a black inventor, you're gonna see all these wonderful things that black created. Everything, wire, phone, you name it. We created everything. You know what I'm saying? We created everything. But one thing, a lot of the so-called dark-skinned people of this land, one thing they failed to mention, one of the greatest inventions on planet Earth, that we created the Constitution. The founder for it never created the Constitution. One of the greatest inventions we created was the Constitution. We created the most powerful government. The 13th state, we created that too. We created all of that. We created the greatest government on planet Earth that everybody around the world is died to go to. That died in the water, died on air, died in the desert to make it to the land of honey called the United States of America. People around the world pay smugglers millions of dollars to come here. And come to our neighborhood and say, y'all niggas lazy. Y'all some black bombers. Y'all people never created nothing. Excuse me? Excuse me? I guess you've been miseducated too. I guess Department of Education all over the world now. I guess I guess I guess Black history really sucked in. Again, look at this right here. Again, teacher, student right here. Again, let's go right here again. Teacher and student right here. Teacher, student. This is where your U.S. countries come from, y'all. Your U.S. countries by your founding father come from us, the teacher. The teacher. And you know what I'm saying? Who tag us? Pro-life conservative never tag the black folk, aka the Moors. You know who tag us? Democracy tag us. Democracy slave us. You know what I'm saying? Enslave us. You know what I'm saying? Made a president on our own land. It was democracy, molar system, Baltimore system that slave us. That would slave us. That would make us lose our rights in our history. Again, I look at this again. Right here. This is our Constitution. We were the teacher. We were the master. Right here. This is the student. This is the student. This is what? The founding father. The founding father. The mulatto children. Again, I'm going to go back up here one more time. I'm going to go back up here. I want everybody to look at this. You know what I'm saying? Black Convention. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to go to one. I'm going to make it a little quicker. There you go. Again, right here. Go right here. And remember this. And this is actual real law. This is real law right here. This right here, this is the greatest so-called, I'm going to use the word black. But really, it's really Moors. You know what I'm saying? It's really, you know what I'm saying? It's really the Moors. You know what I'm saying? Because see right here? See right here? This is fraudulent. This shit right here should be the Moors. You know what I'm saying? It should be right here more. Because what they're trying to do is conceal and hide the word Moors on here. It's real Moors, you know what I'm saying? This right here should be the Moors right here. The Moors America. Again, it's the same as the Morocco Treaty. The Moors, that right here. Should be Moors right here. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. One of the greatest convention on planet Earth. The greatest invention right here. This right here, this is the greatest invention right here. I'm going to show you something. See this right here? I'm going to show you something. Hold on. I'm going to show you something. Oh, what this is. Look, you read that? There you go. The great invention right here. I'm going to show you. The great invention right here. See right here? Now, I'm going to go right here real quick. Black invention. Here you go. Black. Here you go. Here you go. See this right here? See, look, everybody want to talk about this right here. See, look, everybody want to talk about all these great things, these so-called, man, none of this ain't great to me. None of this ain't great to me, y'all. See this right here? None of this is great. There would never be no accomplishment of this if it wasn't for what? It wasn't for this right here. It wasn't for this right here. It wasn't for this right here. This is the greatest so-called black history, black invention right here. This is the inventor and invention right here. This is the great inventor right here. You won't have no founder for it. It wasn't for this right here. You won't have no founder for it. It wasn't for this right here. You know what I'm saying? You won't have no public school. You won't have no compliment. You won't have no state, no mayor, nothing. It wasn't for this right here. You won't have no right to own, bear arms. You won't have no right to open up a business, to buy a house, to be a millionaire, billionaire. It wasn't for this right here. You know what I'm saying? But my favorite part always go back to Africa. Black people are lazy. Black people never been in nothing. You always hear that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sick and tired of these so-called people. I always want celebrate this bullshit. I'm gonna show you the bullshit right here. Look at this bullshit. To me, I always want to write this in school. Talk about we built this, we built all that. No, man. The first thing you want to do is write that you know what I'm saying, you want to write that Constitution in. You created that. You created that. You let the Asian people know. You created that. You let the so-called illegal immigrant know. And the so-called Mexican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, and you know what I'm saying, and Busta Rhymes, Jamaica, let them know. We created hip-hop. Also, we created this. You know what I'm saying? We created this. We created this. Look at this, man. Look at this. The great adventure by so-called fraud word. Again, miseducated again. Department of Education, y'all. Again, I lead all this back to Department of Education. Again, Department of Education mislabeled us. Department of Education, man. Look at this, y'all. You see what I'm saying? Again, look at that. I don't care about this. Cell handing. I don't care about the seat plan. I don't care about that. Clock inventor. So what? I don't care about that. Light bulb. So what? Crop rotation. So what? I don't care about that. Shoe manufacturer. So what? Tobacco. So what? Sugar refining. So what? What? Well, I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is. Keep on going. Lubrication. So what? So what? So what? Bypass. Well, you know, I can't pronounce that word. Fitness program. So what? So what? Electric. So what? So what? Car and all stuff. So what? Super soaker. So what? So what? Who care about that? Like the reefer, thermal king, carrier, all that, the heater. So what? Chemistry. So what? Who care about that? So what? Who care about that? You know what I'm saying? The 3D image. So what? An ice cream scoop. So what? The cataract surgery. So what? Who care about all that? I don't care about none of this. The most powerful invention we ever created. The most powerful invention that fight for it, to get it. It's right here. It's right here, y'all. This is what we created right here. This is what we created right here, y'all. This is what we created right here. Congress know who we are. Society know who we are. Everybody know who we are in the higher up. Mm-hmm. We know who, you know what I'm saying? They know who we are. That's right. This is us right here, y'all. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up, y'all. I'm gonna come back with some more here. Peace and love.